Did Barcelona disrespect Rakitic? So what I'm saying was Rakitic disrespected. Sevilla just made a really good signing. Because there's this narrative that goes out that Rakitic hasn't done anything since 2015. I believe when I was in Nigeria, I believe I was in Nigeria. I know I was in Nigeria last Christmas, but the Christmas before then, I believe that was 2017. And I think there was a Clasico where Barcelona lubricated Real Madrid. Who was one of the best players on the pitch? It was Rakitic. Multiple big games, Rakitic has come out and scored big goals and key goals. And this is all I just say for Barcelona, guys, is Frankie de Jong better be amazing. It's better be worth it, because I've been told that Frankie de Jong is that dude, and nah. Rakitic is useless. Fine, cool. Discard of him. Because remember, we could be seeing in Barcelona without Messi. So Barcelona need all the experience and everything they need, but Frankie de Jong is the second coming of Xavi. Okay, he is Xavi's child. He's Xavi's stepchild. Cool. So Rakitic, obviously, we're going to do transfer talk and everything, and then we're obviously going to have a Q&A afterwards where I'll answer your questions. But let's just get through all the business, because a lot of transfers happening. So, it's just going to try to say what's up. So Titch is going back to Sevilla, the defending Europa League champions. And, I think for me, it's a great move for Rakitic, because as the saying goes, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And I do feel that Rakitic is still a very useful quality midfielder. He's not an amazing midfielder, but I think he is a stalwart tier 2 CM. And I think having a tier 2 CM, I think is great to have in any team. And I think with Banega leaving the Sevilla thing, I think Rakitic is just going to improve the quality of Sevilla. And I just don't think that the guy can still make a good pass. The guy is a very intelligent player, and he can come up and score key goals. Not something that Banega wasn't really doing so much. So for Lopetegui and Sevilla, you got a quality signing. And for Barcelona, maybe they're revamping them, maybe they're rebranding and so forth. It's cool, but I never really understood the hate Rakitic got. Was Rakitic really the worst player that Barcelona had? Was he playing really a lot worse than anyone else on the team? That's what I want to know. And how well has Frankie de Jong done? Because I keep saying this single thing or no, Frankie de Jong, he's that dude. Guys, let's stop, because I think the theme of this is going to be hype. The theme of this stream is going to be hype. Let's stop with the hype talk and let's go back to the eye test. I hope your boy eye test is actually in the stream. So let's go back to the eye test, the proper way of really critiquing players and so forth. So yes, obviously Rakitic, he said his goodbyes to the team and so forth, and he'll be going into Sevilla. And you see, my thing is we could be seeing a very, very different La Liga next season. I hope we will be. And obviously we're going to get to the latest on the whole Messi situation and so forth, but we could be seeing a very, very different Barcelona during the next season. So that is the Rakitic thing in there. I think I think it's good. I think it's a good signing for Sevilla. To be clear, Rakitic is a good player. He's not amazing. He's a good player. If you have a collection of good players in a team, peppered with some amazing players, you have a team that can definitely do something. So for Sevilla, I think it is great. Let's look at Van der Beek. So Donny Van der Beek. So I believe he will now take the number 34 signing. So the number 34 shirts for United and so forth. And you know what? I'll be real with you. This is a good signing for Man United. This was a player that I would have liked. For me, this is a really good signing. Rakitic is a good signing. This is a really good signing because Van der Beek, I think this guy is real good. This guy is real good. From what I saw from him at Ajax and so forth, this guy is real good. I think he can use right foot, left foot. I think he can play multiple positions similar to Ziyech, so he's interchangeable, and he can get some G's. You can get some G's. So what I think he offers United is a different offensive dimension. And because you see, what I think United may be missing is, and I think this is what sort of is the the foil for a lot of these teams who are trying to get points is what do you do against deep blocks? Because you have to have a different approach to when you play teams that sit deep defensively, supposed to teams that say what's up attacking wise. So I think for Man United, I'll be interested to see how Van der Beek changes the attack, what he brings to the attack, how he helps to enhance the attack, how he helps to combine with players and so forth. Does Van der Beek mean United are winning the Premier League? Heck no. Does it mean that they will definitely get top 4? Heck no. Because who's the manager? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. United fans, I love you guys. I'm just being real. I said this on your boy Red Devil Studios thing. I believe Solskjaer is going to get found out this season. Let's keep it real. I know it's cool and everything. You scored a goal in 1999. In 1999, Earth didn't even exist back then. That's what so there wasn't even a planet called Earth back in 1999. So because you G'd up in the 99th minute, okay, bro, he scored a goal before the millennium. Did anything exist before the millennium? That's what I'm saying. So they can get Van der Beek, they can get Mo, they can get your boy. If they still have Solskjaer as manager, and I just don't vouch for Solskjaer as a manager. I don't vote for him I don't vouch for him as a tactical man. I don't think that is a man that can deliver a trophy for United. I don't think that will happen. So what good are you getting quality players if your manager is really legit? And I just think there are many question marks over what your boy can do. But lo and behold, I didn't think United would get a player like this. Because remember, this was a dude that Real Madrid were looking for. And this was the dude who I think would make Real Madrid very interesting. So my question is, and obviously we'll probably get to the questions and answers, is where do you now play him? Because from what I see, from what I understand personally, my name HH, is his strongest position is Fernandez's position. Fernandez, and I think that Fernandez played really well. Let me not lie, but he did decline towards the end of the season. And my thing about it is that you always want to play players in their strongest position if you can. So I think based on what Fernandez has done, they'll probably want to keep him in that attacking midfield position. But if they don't and so forth, I would like to see what Van der Beek does in that number 10 position, attacking midfield just behind the strike, and how because again, you see, whereas Fernandez, I think Fernandez's strength is his passing and his creativity and so forth, and his penalties. Van der Beek, I think his assets are his really good intelligence, movements, and how he can bring up the ball and what he can do when he has the ball for those forward thrusts. So yeah, man, look, look, United should be happy. That is a good signature. That's a good signature. I mean, and because I just go back to that Ajax side that should have gone to the final. Let's keep it real. That Ajax side should have been in that Champions League final. They would have lost to Liverpool. I still say it would have been a much better final than that piece of crap final that we had, because that Tottenham Liverpool CL final was the worst Champions League final of all time. I think Ajax would have been better. And for me, because look, Ajax had a crew, but Van der Beek was one of the main guys in that crew that I thought was real quality personally. So let's now get real right now. So Kai Havertz. Guys, I believe the medical has been done. So Kai Havertz is very, very close to joining Chelsea, and he will very soon be a Chelsea player officially. I'm still unsure about this kid. Guys, I'm an eye test merchant. Sue me. I use stats because I just want to keep you kids happy. Stats, they're not irrelevant, but they're not wholly important. I'm an eye test merchant. I've been using the eye test for a long time, and which is what has made me the greatest football analyst in the world. The reason why I'm the go-to of football analysis is because I use the eye test. Don't show me who scored. Don't show me transfer market. Don't show me any no numbers. Show me the player play. I will judge. From what I've seen of Kai Havertz, he aight. He's not you. He's not Sancho. Okay, he's not. He's not the edge. Okay, he's not the edge. But there is potential in this kid. And as much as I don't really care about stats, his numbers are impressive for a child so young. I believe this kid is like 21 and so forth. And if people are raving so much about this kid, and I may not believe these people, maybe there is something within him that can really make him explosive. And I think maybe there is a potential for him to now take his football to the next level. And which is why I think he wants to move to Chelsea. So this is my argument. Heung-min's son, aka the sun rises in the east, he was pretty good at Leverkusen. He was pretty good. He moved to Tottenham. The guy's a different player, man. He's a totally different player. He's taking forward to the next level. Vidal, Leverkusen, who even knew of this guy when he was at Leverkusen? But then he took his football to the very next level. So there is definitely that gives me hope. Hey, it gives me hope that maybe perhaps what you might see is someone truly now jump onto that world-class plateau when he now moves to Chelsea. That maybe this is the move that he needed to say what's up. This is the move that he needed to really unlock something within him, deep within him, to be like, you know what, I'm that dude. But more so than that is, this is a clear statement of Chelsea's intent. And I told you, be very afraid of Chelsea next season. You guys insulted Abramovich and insulted me. All of you hashtag semis minimum pricks in the live chat. I know you're all here. You absolute losers. Look what you done did right now. Look what you done did right now. You insulted me. You mocked me. You called me Baldy. You called me L. You said all of these extremely heinous insults to the GOAT. And how do I react? I give you Yech. I give you Werner. I give you Thiago Silva. And I could give you Kai very soon. Next time, don't insult me. Because if you do, that's what happens. Because you now see what Chelsea... See, this Chelsea transfer activity is a direct response to you guys. It's you guys. So you guys are the reason why Chelsea have had the best transfer business amongst any club. So 100% Chelsea have already won a trophy this season. Chelsea have already won the transfer trophy this season. 100%. So thank you very much for a trophy. So Chelsea already have a trophy this season. So because Chelsea have won the transfer, somehow fact they've won it. So Chelsea have already had a trophy. We have the transfer trophy. So what now? So what are you going to say now? So Chelsea already going into next season with a transfer trophy. They're already going into next season with a transfer trophy. So guys, shush. Next time, hush your gums. Next time, hush your gums, because nobody wants to mess with your boys right now. Guys, I'm not saying Chelsea going to win any trophy. I'm not saying that. Francis is under pressure. Lampard better expect something. But as I said to Red Devil, September 14th, mark the date in your calendars right now. I need everybody to mark the date right now. Guys, I'm gonna pause it. Get out your phone, get out your diary, or bend your side cheek over and just pen something on her butt cheeks. And this is what I want you to pen down. Guys, I want you to write this down right now. Or open up your notebooks and I want you to write this down now. September 14th, things pop off. All right? I need everybody just to jot that down right now in the live chat. Please, I want you to write this down. September 14th, things pop off. Please. September. So it's called S14. So basically, S14 is when the season really starts. I don't care about 12th and 10th. That's what it matters. September 14th, things pop. So September 14th, things pop off. September 14th, things pop off. So that's what I want everyone to know. September 14th, things pop off, because that is when things are ignited. Because trust me, guys, there has never been as much anticipation for a team this season. There has never been so much hate directed. Just person, what nonsense are you going to say right now? What nonsense is going to come from your rotten mouth right now? There's never been so much hatred towards the team ever before. Never. I've never seen rival fans despise and throw so much vitriol towards a team in all of my years in football. Never before. So already Chelsea are already going to be one of the most hated teams in the world next season. And I think because I think the jealousy comes because of that transfer trophy that Chelsea won. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Okay, Chelsea won the transfer trophy because they're a winning team. They win trophies. They win trophies. So Chelsea have a Champions League, Premier League, Europa League, UEFA Cup, Cup Winners' Cup, FA Cup, Community Shield, and now a transfer trophy. Chelsea have actually won every single trophy you can win in football. So it is what it is. So you guys trying to insult, I'm sorry, it makes you guys look like a bunch of losers. From your boy Just Bestin, this hype is funny. You paid 100 million for German Barkley. Now, see, Just Bestin, I don't understand what you mean by this. First of all, Just Bestin, your hero, the guy in your avatar, is a loser. The guy in your avatar bricked it in a CL final. After all that hype, he bricked it in a CL final and he's still hiding in flipping France course. He's a loser. Just Bestin, how many Copa Americas does the guy in your picture have? How many World Cups does the guy in your picture have? He's got nothing. The only thing we know him for is MSN. That's it. So next time, change the loser in your avatar, then get back to me. Okay, don't talk to me about anything when you have a complete chump loser as your avatar. Okay, so please, I told you guys, I'm going to be very harsh. I'm going to be very, very harsh because I wanted to give you a nice HH. I wanted to give you a nice HH, but guys, you're not bringing out that old HH. You're bringing out that old HH, which should like. So guys, I told you, man, Kai Havertz, I don't know. I don't know about Kai Havertz. I love Abdullahi. Abdullahi is one of the sweetest people I know. There is no way in hell I am taking my football opinions from Abdullahi. It's not happening. Abdullahi is the same man who said that there was a World Cup that was held in the year 2000. So Abdullahi, I love you and everything, but I'm sorry, I cannot take my footballing knowledge from you. So if Abdullahi vouches for Kai Havertz, nah, it's not happening. So it is what it is. But do I want to be proven wrong? Guys, 100%. I want to be proven wrong. I want to have egg on my face. So if Havertz can come in and just be this supreme, and you see, I respect what Havertz is doing because Havertz could very easily, I'm 21, hide away in the Leverkusen, hide away. But no, the guy is putting his neck up because, guys, this is a risky move. We all saw João Felix. João Felix flopped for Atletico Madrid. I don't give a damn about the tax and everything. He flopped. He flopped. He failed for Atletico Madrid. It didn't pop off. Based off all the hype, it didn't flipping pop off. So my thing is, I hope that for Kai Havertz, this isn't a João Felix situation that he does come through and he says what's up. That's what I would hope for. But I have my doubts. I have my doubts. Your boy lost Colchoneros. Felix isn't crap. He's just in the wrong team. Colchoneros, listen. I never said he was crap. I said he flopped. Juan Roman Riquelme, one of my idols of central midfield, he flopped at Barcelona. Say it's maybe the wrong team or anything. Who cares? A flop is a flop. But he flopped. Riquelme flopped for Barcelona. Doesn't mean that he's a crap player. I still hold him as one of the best midfielders of all time, but he flopped at Barcelona. Felix, I won 100%. I know the kid is talented. How talented he is, that's up for the debate. Maybe it's the wrong team. Who knows? Maybe it is. But the question is, we were hyped about this kid. So this kid was be huge, and he flopped. That isn't up for debate. So, Mr. Kai Havertz, look, man. Oh no! I will do a Vilton. I will read the other super chats. I know. It's probably some morons talking some crap, man. I told you guys, man. If you could, dude created chances against Liverpool, and who are you referring to? Who are you referring to there? Your boy yesterday says, "H, what is Frankie De Jong's best position? Is he a DM? Is he a Xavi Iniesta? I believe he's a product of his system." Said, I was told that Frankie De Jong is a DM. That's his strongest position. And he's likened to Busquets. Bro, are we now saying that Frank de Jong can read the game as well as a Busquets, a Casemiro, a Kante? Are we really doing that? I believe Frank de Jong's best asset is I think he's good at keeping the ball. Because I even looking at the Netherlands game and everything, his good asset is that he thinks 2-3 steps ahead. So you're giving the ball. He's very good at keeping the ball, and he's very good at making the right decisions on the ball and making the right passes, which is a great asset to have in the midfield. 100% a great asset to have. But it is whatever it is. But I've never understood the hype about him. So whatever his strong position is, he is a talented player. But people talk about him like this guy is a second coming. And I'm sorry, I've not seen anything from Frank de Jong to tell me that he's a better player than Rakitic. I'm sorry, I haven't. So it doesn't matter how much you preach about him, how many retweets this guy has. Nothing he's done tells me he is better than Rakitic. I'm sorry if that rubs you the wrong way, but it is what it's flipping is. From Just Beston. Oh, God. But this guy just... HH, who's the better DM? Kimmich or Casemiro? Casemiro. Of course it's Casemiro. Kimmich's strongest position is just in the central of midfield. So from Armchair Critic Man, runners-up in the Premier League or FA Cup for Chelsea? Premier League. Who the hell wants to lose an FA Cup final? Are you sick? Of course the runners-up in the Premier League. Just Beston says, Ole beats Pep Lamps 3 times. Shush. Ole's pool thingy. How many trophies does he have for that? Does he? I mean, look here. He beats Pep and Lamps. Where are they? Is there a trophy for beating someone 3 times? There was a season where Arsenal beat United twice. Guess who won the league that season? You United. So Just Beston, you're clutching at flipping straws. So guys, let's now try and break down this saga, shall we? Because things are getting rather exciting, dear sire. So where we at? Let me open this up right now. So guys, let me just tell you this right now. I find this, I think maybe I'm childish. I find this phenomenal. I find this whole saga absolutely phenomenal. This is better than Tenet. Let me tell you right now, this saga that we're looking at right now is much better than Tenet. 100%. This Messi Barcelona saga, I have been following this thing fully, because basically I was actually at work today. I was on my Twitter page, and guys, they told us what Jorge Messi was eating. They told us what meal he was having. They had to use different cars. But so Amchukudi says, I mentioned the FA Cup trophy HH. Watch a separate. I know. I'll watch a separation in the next few days. I will. Trust me. I will. I've not. I'm a film editor. I'm not watching the film in ages. I'm not watching the film in ages. So I will get to it. FA Cup trophy, no. No. I mean, well, Premier League, maybe. Because FA Cup it's a side chick trophy, man. It's a side chick trophy, bro. Wait, how do you use night mode? How do you switch to night mode, Rodney? So here's basically, guys. These guys are really good at actually reporting this stuff. So where are we at right now? So it says Jorge Messi's first meeting ended with no agreements. Unsurprisingly, both parties have opposing stances and negotiations will continue. So this is what I find interesting. Like, before we even go with regards to what these guys discussed, what I find interesting is the very fact that Lionel Messi isn't even engaging in a dialogue with Bartomeu. So this is how deep things are. So Bartomeu, you want a player to stay who isn't even contacting you, who isn't even engaging in dialogue with you. He's now sent his agents. So rather than Messi saying to Bartomeu, I don't want to stay here, He isn't even saying this to him. So obviously his father is his agent, and his father had to fly over there. I think Messi's even still in Barcelona, so his father had to fly over there to say, "Bro, is what my son wants. My son doesn't want to stay here. How can we hash out?" So this is deep because Bartomeu is like, "Oh, I don't give a damn whether this guy's not even speaking to me. He is staying because he has a release clause. 700 million. 700 million. All right, let's continue. So Bartomeu was unwilling to negotiate for Messi, though the atmosphere became how Messi was cordial. The club wants to offer the Argentine a 2-year extension. You see, this is guys. This is what I find weird. This is what I find weird. But to me, like, are you sick in the head? Now, I get it that you want to just sort of you want to just keep him. If a man says, "I don't want to be here," why are you offering a 2-year extension? Like, it's as if basically. It's like if I go to a guy and says, "Bro, like I go to work, guys, man, I'm tired of working in this place. I'm done." Okay, would you like a 2-year extension? I want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. Bet. Do you want a 2-year extension? 2-year deal? This is an extension of 2 years. 2 years more. You'll be here for another 2 years. So I don't understand. Basically, I don't understand where that 2-year deal comes from. You see, the only thing that should be discussed right now is we want you to stay. If you want to leave, 700 mil. I don't know where the 2-year deal extension comes from. That makes no flipping sense. I don't know where the hell that comes from. So let's continue. So I don't know how much truth we can take to this. My son doesn't want to stay here. These are the words used by Jorge Messi today. So I don't know whether we can take that as Bible. But what I will say, though, is I think it is clear that Messi doesn't want to remain. Messi doesn't want to remain here. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to remain at Man City. So, guys, this is my thing, and this is what I was rereading. So, on one hand, you have let me get that big right now. So, on one hand, you have Bartomeu saying, "Well, guys, I'm going to say something to you." So sorry. So on one hand, you have Bartomeu saying, "We 700 mil release clause. You have a contract. You're under contract." But then on the other part, they said, "No, we can leave for free. We believe that we can leave for free." How do you have a contract where it isn't really fully 100% clear whether a homeboy can leave for free or not? So where does this complication come through? Which is why I do believe that Messi is standing his ground and saying, "Screw you, F you, lick my balls." I don't consider myself a player. And you know what I think it is? Messi, I feel, maybe had an agreement with Bartomeu, or he felt he had an agreement with Bartomeu with regards to what he could do. And the fact that Bartomeu is acting like this, he feels that it might be a betrayal. Such a betrayal that he's not even saying anything to him. And he's not even speaking to him. And because see, my thing is that how have we got into a situation where this has arisen and Messi can't even sit down and have a conversation? Is Messi acting wrong? Are you acting too much like a prima donna? Or is it a case of where, bro, you said something and you're doing something completely different? Because people can say, "Oh yeah, Messi, why can't you just make a statement? Why can't you just go and meet Bartomeu?" But we don't know everything. Because what if, for instance, that all throughout him and Bartomeu say, "Oh, and then at the end of this season, you can leave for a free if you don't sign a contract." And Messi, "Yeah, cool. And then he just assumed, okay, it's the end of the season. Yeah, man, I would like to leave." Bartomeu's like, "Nope, you're under contract." But like, wait a minute, but What about the conversations that we had from before? It is clear. So maybe Messi feels so aggrieved by Bartomeu doing like a 180 on what was discussed before. It's like, oh no, my gosh, I'm not even going to be saying anything. Now, guys, here is something interesting. Earlier today, I watched something interesting. I watched something very interesting today. Damn it, I can't actually even see the. So there was an interview that I watched with Messi. Why can't I just see the thing of the interview, my guy? Oh, what are we? Sorry, there's an interview that I saw with it. Aha, here it is. Here it is. Let me. I'm not trying to get a. Here we go. Here we go. I recommend you guys you take a look at this interview. Oh, piss off! I recommend that you guys take a look at this because in this interview, I think he reveals a lot about his situation. And after looking at this interview, I was like, okay, you know what? And this interview, remember, guys, was taken 6 months. So this interview is on YouTube with English subtitles for you guys who don't habla español. It's about 30 minutes long. And this interview was done by obviously Mundo Deportivo. And this was done 6 months ago. This interview was done 6 months ago. There was something very interesting in this interview. The lady asked Messi about his contract. Guys, keep in mind, this was. I know, Danny Jones, I know you don't need subtitles, mi amigo. So the key thing to note that this interview was done six months ago. It was done six months ago. And the lady asking the question says something very interesting. Because she says that she asks him about his contract. And she said that, Messi, how's the contract extension going? We don't want you to leave for free. She mentioned the word free. She mentioned the word free. So I do believe that, because see, I am so confused right now. Because my thing is there a possibility Messi could leave on a free this summer window? My thinking was it expires at the end of next season. She's talking about there's a clause in the contract that says that he can leave on a free in this summer. You know, and it just shows you how I can't play the interview because YouTube will basically pay me. Guys, it's on YouTube. The interview is on it's on freaking YouTube. You can watch it. It's actually a pretty good interview. So my thing is that I think there might be a clause in the contract that says he can leave on a free this summer, and maybe this is something that was agreed upon with Bartomeu. But I just don't know how we've gotten to this point where there is a confusion on a contract agreement. My only thing of why I think there may not be like a contract agreement or anything. There we go. COVID. I think COVID is what makes things complex. I think that is the thing that complicates everything. Because I think it is what everything has gone for. Because, you know, Rodney, if you type in Mundo Deportivo, basically, I'll put it in Mundo Deportivo Messi interview. So it just into YouTube, Mundo Deportivo Messi interview. And it should be from 6 months ago. It should be from 6 months ago, because it was weird, because I was just browsing through YouTube and it just came up in like suggested videos. Oh, what the hell? And I think it probably came up because I've been watching a lot of Messi vids and it just comes in as one of the related vids. And because we're talking about contract thing. I think that is why it came up. See, another video I want to see, and people keep posting it on Twitter, is there's a Bartomeu video going around. I think there's a Bartomeu video going around where he says, "Yo, yeah, homeboy can leave for a free at the end of the 2019-2020 season." That's my thing. So, but as Mo just said, COVID. I believe that the issue we're having is there is a clause that says at the end of the season, if you don't sign a contract extension, you can leave for a free. In that contract, it said June. So in Messi, so you see, how much this is what it is. It says June, you can leave on the contract. June, which everyone assumes is the end of the season, but it says June. So the issue that we now have here is Messi's like, I have not signed a contract extension. And it's the end of the season. Because the end of the season wasn't in June. This is the end of the season right now. But Bartomeu is, and Messi would think that, honor the agreements. Honor the agreements of end of the season. So what Messi thought was, I want it to be amicable, I want it to be clean and everything, but you know what? You know it's COVID and everything. June was still in the middle of the season and everything. So, and I always wanted these things to be the end of the season. End of the season, cool. So he thought Bartomeu would be like, yeah, end of the season. And because of COVID, end of the season is now August instead of June. He didn't think that Bartomeu would renege on that thought process and be like, no. Nah. June. So Bartomeu is, I don't know, I'm fighting for June. And Messi's like, bro, yeah, I know it says June, but June wasn't the end of the season because of COVID. So I do get where Messi's coming from, because see, that's what I get where Messi's coming from, because he's like, we had an agreement. I feel that they had an agreement of, bro, end of the season, think about it, and then you can make a decision at the end of the season. But you always have, because in Messi was like, I want to just assess things after the campaign is done. 100%. If there was no COVID and Barcelona still had what they happened this season, then Messi would have. So, guys, let me get this straight. The Barca fans, please, let me get this straight. Are you telling me if there was no COVID and Barcelona finished trophyless and still got beaten by Bayern Munich 8-2, Lionel Messi would have left Barcelona on a free in this summer window? Are you kidding me? Which is why I say, what kind of flipping contract was signed? Which is crazy. Oh, guys, yeah, that's madness. Okay, but so everyone is saying yes. Where does the 700 million release clause come into it? Where does that come into? Like, where does that come from? I don't understand how that 700 mil thingy comes through. Is if you just say Bartomeu is dumb. You see, this is really complex. This is really complex, because we have to look at this three-dimensionally. Nobody wants to lose Messi. Barcelona know how valuable Messi is. This guy is a huge, massive asset. And you will fight with all your might to keep it. So as much as guys say Bartomeu is dumb, see, I want Messi to leave because I feel that Ronald Koeman without Messi and so forth is going to be very, very exciting to see. And I think Messi in a different team will be supremely exciting. I think the footballing world needs to see Messi in a different league, different team. I think that would be great. That would be awesome. Because again, I'm not a fan of routine. I'm not a fan of repetition, the same thing again and again and again. So seeing him in a different team on a different circumstance, I think will be great. So, but guys, this is what I think will happen. This is what I think will happen. They will not reach an agreement, and so this is what I think. They will not reach an agreement. Bartomeu will stand and remain in his stance, which will only grow to harm Ronald Koeman. Because see, if I'm Ronald Koeman, I would be pissed off. I'll say, bro, Bartomeu, bro, sort this out. Is this guy playing or is he not playing? Because you're messing up with my preparations for next season. Because I'm now dealing with a group that are like, oh, so is Messi going to come back? Not going to come because I'm currently training without Messi in this team. So I can't be training with Messi without Messi in this team, and then suddenly Messi just appears out of nowhere. Because once Messi appears, then I have to now change the whole dynamics of my team to how my team operates. So he will say, bro, can you just make a decision? Because if this guy isn't coming, just sell him and give me the money so I can use the money to buy some more players. But this is what I think will happen. Messi is definitely going to take this to court. And even if he fails at court, Messi is just not going to turn up. And there's what's deeper. So I think legally, he gets a 25% fine and so forth. So for Bartomeu, do you want to keep on paying? See, it's weird now because if you now claim he's a player, you can fine him, but you still need to keep on paying his wage. And if Messi decides not to turn up out of protest and what he thinks is a betrayal of an agreement, you are literally throwing money down the toilet because you're paying an employee for not even doing his work. So you could have a scenario where the season starts and Messi is on strike and not playing. Even if Messi turns up and play, it will be weird. Because everyone knows that, bro, this guy is playing under duress and he's been forced to play against his will. And if you're Ronald Koeman, guys, this gets so deep. If you're Ronald Koeman and Messi is literally dragged to play against his will, do you still make him captain? You shouldn't. How can I make a player captain who is 100% going to leave in the summer and has stated that he does not want to be here? He doesn't want to stay on this club. So as a manager, I'm like, see, already you're an outsider. You're already an outsider already. Because see, Koeman is. Oh, guys, there was a conversation was had between Koeman and Messi. And from that conversation, Messi said that, all right, I think I'm away. So in Ronald Koeman's mind is this guy is not part of my plans. He isn't part of my plan. So Koeman is creating a team fully without Messi. So I think somebody even said it in the live chat. What a sad end. What a sad end. I mean, it just shows that, life is so unsuspected. Never in a billion years did I think that we would be here. At the very least, oh, Messi has a crazy transfer to another club for some reason or another, but it's an amicable thing. Never would I believe that Messi would literally be at war with Barcelona, where these guys are literally having what might be a very messy divorce. Never did I believe that would happen. But something tells me that Man City fans, I know you're putting up down, he's not joining Man City. Definitely not the summer. Definitely not the summer. He's not joining Man City this summer. It's not happening. That's not happening, bro. Um, okay, so guys, look, man. Last 15 or 20 minutes, man. I'll take some questions, man. So, guys, send in your questions, guys. Send in your questions, man. I will answer your questions. Send in questions. Send in questions, guys. Like the vid. Drop a like. Drop a like. Drop a like. Drop a like. So, sending questions. Sending questions. Sending questions, man. Who do you think he will go to? HH. Um, if he does go, if he does go, it's most likely going to be Man City. But then I was reading another report that said that City are very wary about the financial fair play rules, and because they're very particular about the financial fair play rules, they they would only go in for it if it's like, let's say, either it's for a free or for a much reduced fee, like 100, 150. If it is the 700 mil, City like, nah, we can't afford that. And we're not going to try and use like imaginative means to try and collect the funds because FFP will just screw us in the ass. And I, bro, I don't, Shoba, my guy, I don't think he's leaving. I personally don't think he's leaving. That's just me. I don't think it's good. And because I don't think he's leaving, it is going to be one weird ass season. See, my question is this: is there a way where somehow Messi just does a miraculous U-turn and he just goes back and everything is all lovely and amazing? Is that still a possibility? Where we'll just look at this. Oh, this was just in the past where Messi had that whole thing and then he can just. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Thoughts on Ronaldo to Barcelona, very exciting. Do you know why it's exciting? Wijnaldum for Holland is very different from Wijnaldum with Liverpool. Very different roles. Because Wijnaldum for Liverpool, he's just a midfielder that just adds solidity to the midfield. Wijnaldum for Holland is more attacking. He plays much more advanced. He's much more of a goal threat. So I think which is why I think Wijnaldum is pushing for the move, because I think that Wijnaldum definitely enjoys more the role he plays under Koeman at the Netherlands than he plays under club for Liverpool. So that's for me. I told you, I am really excited as a football fan. I am really excited to see a Barcelona without Messi. I'm excited to see a Barcelona with Wijnaldum, maybe Depay, Griezmann, the Oos, Ansu Fati, Puig. Oh wow, totally new players who now have greater autonomy and greater agency. I am pushing for a Barcelona with no Messi because I think that would be great. That would be great. Is Chelsea seriously keeping Kepa? No, he's not. He will be sold. He will be sold. Trust me, he will be sold. There is no way Kepa is going to be starting in goal come next season. That's not happening, man. Why aren't Barcelona trying to sign Thiago? Well, every manager has his vision. Every manager has his vision for his side. I think maybe it's because like, look at Wolves. A lot of those guys and Wolves are Portuguese. I think you understand the cultural way in which your players play. So for Ronald Koeman, I think he believes in with Frankie de Jong, Wijnaldum, and maybe the Pie. That's a Dutch psychology and mentality is what he wants for his midfield. Whereas a Thiago Alcantara, I'm like, I already have Frankie and potentially Wijnaldum and the Pie. I'm good, So and maybe say, okay, Puig, he's fine. So, do they need Thiago Alcantara? I don't know that they need him, but he would be a good signing. But I think for Thiago, he maybe wants something completely different, So I've done Spain, I've done Germany. Hey man, let me do England, and because I see, and maybe for Thiago, he's like, okay, let's just see what the situation is at Barcelona, because again, you never know. So we're looking at it from Koeman's point of view, but maybe from Thiago's point of view, he's like, Is that really a winning project? Because that is a whole new process. Do I really want to be part of that? But Liverpool, oh, this is already the finished article. They're already going to be one of the biggest threats in Europe. So maybe it makes more sense for me to even push for Liverpool as opposed to a Barcelona man. Who must step out at Barca after Messi leaves? No. Who must step out at Barcelona if Messi leaves? There's still a big if. I still think he stays. If Messi leaves, oh, for sure. Griezmann and the Us. I think, especially Griezmann, you are you will arguably be one of the best players at the team. So people will look for you to really step up. And I do feel that, it will feel like a weight is lifted off his shoulder. And I think that, because remember, Griezmann has a great responsibility and role for France. And look at what he did as France's main man in Euro 2016. Didn't pop off in the final. He's been the main man for Atletico. He popped off into 2018 World Cup. So I think Griezmann as the main man, giving greater responsibility may be really good. But when Messi's there, Griezmann knows, okay, I'm in the shadow. I'm not really the main guy. So as a main guy, maybe that could really help Griezmann a lot. So I think Griezmann for sure has to step up. And I think the Us, and I think the Us hopefully might be given a lot more freedom to express himself. So, similar to how like Promise is sort of giving a freedom on that flank for Holland and Ronald Koeman. So I think maybe Homba will be given that as well. So I think, yeah, the Us and Griezmann for sure. The French duo. If you were Pep, what instructions would you give Messi in the first match in the EPL? Oh, I would tell him that things are a lot faster than they are in Spain. And I'll just tell him that to trust the team and trust the system. Now, this system is very well drilled, and these are some very good players who follow instructions to a T. So if you just trust what we did it in training, whether it's Mahrez, Sterling, De Bruyne, and Aguero, these guys are really like fully regimented in the instructions and in the system. So trust the system, but also as well, so that it's fast. This is much faster than in Spain, and it's much more physical and it's a lot more energetic. And I think that's people say, look, man, first game, people will really be looking for you, and you attract a lot of attention. So just to be aware of that, man. Yeah. Coutinho is back at Barcelona. He went back. All right. What else? What do you guys say, man? All right. Let's just see. Send the questions. Send the questions, man. Have you seen the rumors of Messi's contracts being negotiated? 300,000 per. But see, that's the whole point. Like, yeah, because I was reading something where, like, apparently, like, Man City have already agreed, like, a fee for Messi with this crazy amount of number. But see, guys, we are moving too quickly. Why is everyone assuming he's going to Man City? Why are Man City already have that? Oh man, he's coming. Guys, Barcelona are not going to make this easy. If this will happen, they will not make this easy. So I think, because I believe the transfer window closes in October or something. If this transfer thing happens, this is going to be a long-winded affair. Because remember, I think the Neymar thing took a while. So this ain't going to be a short process. So for Man City, man, we haven't even gotten to the stage of negotiating a transfer. Barcelona are still even saying, bro, you ain't going nowhere. And trust the City don't have 700 mil to spend. So at the moment, where we are right now is 700 mil to get the flipping dude. And Bartomeu isn't budging from that point. So you see now that's the thing. Because I read something that says that wait, what was it? Again, let me go to Twitter. Because there was something interesting that was said by Bartomeu. And again, because I've just decided just to go to Barca Center um, to get all my informaciones. So let me see this thing, Barca Center. Because something was said about what these guys could do if homeboys say screw you and say, you know what, we don't give a crap about what you say. So what are we doing here? All right. So let's see. So Rory Messi, official Messi will play the first season. Bayern Munich, Barcelona have set aside to Ronaldo. There we go. This. Say Barca will denounce Messi and the club that signs him if FIFA allow a provisional transfer. Barcelona feels the labor laws are very clear about this. So this is where it gets crazy, because like if someone comes in, FIFA or CAS, Court for the Arbitration of Sports, they come in and say, well, we are the independent sports body. We don't give a damn about what you La Liga guys come. So, as I said, FIFA. So if it's FIFA or CAS, these guys overrule any regular football federation because FIFA governs everyone. So if FIFA or CAS say homeboy can leave for free, then all Barcelona can do is this, which is crazy to think about. Think about it. So you're saying that Messi does all this stuff and everything. FIFA comes in and says, nah, we allow for the transfer. But you're playing a dangerous game. What if FIFA do say he can leave? You're going to denounce Messi? Who's going to support you? The fans? Do you really believe that if FIFA or CAS say he can leave for a free, the fans are going to side with you? These are still Barca fans, hardcore Barca fans. But hardcore Barca fans will be like, it is what it is. They've come in and said that homeboy can leave on a free. So if you to come out and denounce him, well, you're making yourself look stupid now. You make yourself look stupid now. You see, if all this stuff is true, that means all that stuff that guys is not about. Bartomeu, he said, okay, what would he do to keep Messi? That he would step down in order to keep Messi. Yeah. Who should Tottenham sign to really improve next season? They need a replacement for Eriksen. They don't have a creator. You need a creator. I mean, I know Dele can create and everything, but I think the biggest issue that Tottenham had was you had players who were very similar in what they were doing. So whether it's a Son or of course, in the name of the dude, I think is it the Portuguese dude or something. Then you obviously got Lucas Moura. They're all very attack-minded, direct players, but there isn't really a thinker like Winks, Sissoko. They're that central midfielder and everything, but there isn't a guy who, basically, like whether you want to call it a Fernandez or like a Ziyech or like an Isco, a creator, a playmaker. I think a key thing that Tottenham definitely need a playmaker. I think if they can get a playmaker, who can also score goals, so a goal-scoring playmaker, I think that will vastly improve Tottenham's side and improve what they can do creatively. Because there's some. So if you can have somebody who can create for Son, creates for Kane, creates for Lucas Moura, I think that would be huge. So that is a certain play that they need to find, because their attack doesn't really have any kind of personality or definition. It's pretty much just about giving the ball to individuals and them just sort of making things happen as an individual. Lord Chelsea isn't. He's not a very good playmaker. He's a decent player, but he's not a very good playmaker. He's not the guy that they need. All right, guys. So Barca fans see Barcelona as Messi. That's the difference between our fan base. We don't value a player over our club, which is interesting. This is interesting because have you seen Cristiano stats for Real Madrid? I will always start Messi is always the better player, but have you seen Cristiano has scored more goals than games he's played in at Real Madrid. His goal scoring for Real Madrid is ridiculous. And they still booed this dude. And Perez still said, nah, we don't need you. Hop off. Get off. But I think, you see, this it's interesting that you bring this up, Sergio. This is an interesting topic here. At any point, should a player ever be bigger than a club? Even if a player has done what Messi has done, countless goals, records, this, that, so done so much for Barcelona. Should he ever be greater than the club? In my opinion, no. No. It does not matter what you do and everything. I believe in years. I believe in history. You know, Barcelona existed way before Messi was even a concept or a thought. Even before his father was a thought. And Barcelona will continue to exist long after Messi has finished playing football. So you have to protect the integrity of that institution. Okay. Barcelona did not start existing in 2008, 2009. I loved that Ronaldinho Barcelona side. I loved the Louis van Gaal side with Rivaldo, Figo, and Clivert. I loved that side. That side was I loved watching them, and so forth. So there's people. The Barcelona have always had that global fan base before Messi has come through. Just that this has been their most successful, but they were still extremely relevant before Messi came. So, from Bartomeu's point of view, okay, so what if you've given everything to this club and everything? We're still Barcelona Football Club, and we want to remain competitive. But so from Bartomeu's point of view, I'm not the president of Messi. I'm the president of Barcelona. And as the president of Barcelona, I am bound by duty to do what is best for the club. And as a club, I have to fight to get the best players and to keep the best players. Now, some people say that you didn't do your job very well because your acquisition was bad, but still, the intention is still there. My intention is to keep the best players and to buy the best players. But to me, my duty isn't to Messi. My duty is to Barcelona. That's what my duty is to. And there should never, ever, ever be a scenario where a player is bigger than a club. No. It doesn't matter what you've done. I don't care what you've done or what you've contributed now. No. Because you are an employee for that club. So imagine if I work for a company and I make this company millions and billions and millions and billions. Does that mean that I can start changing how the company looks? I now want my desk in the hallway now. Yeah, I want to paint. I want to have graffiti all over the walls. No, this is the company. You can't do that. Now we will thank you for what you've done. We will give you a raise and everything, but you are still an employee of this company. You are employed. You've done a great job. Hence why we have paid you an amount, and we pay you a salary that is befitting of what you contribute to this company. But there is very little you can do to change how this company operates. No. That can only be done by the owner or the boss or the board of trustees. Okay? The employee isn't a stakeholder. He isn't on the board. He's the employee, no matter how good he is. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So Michael Jordan wasn't bigger than his. You see, Jordan is different. Hence why I said there is no footballer on the same level as Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan literally defined an entire sport. He didn't an entire sport. But even then, the Bulls still screwed him over, and they didn't even work hard to keep him. But Jordan is unique. There is no football player like Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, like Messi and Cristiano aren't Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, this guy literally helped popularize an entire sport. Bro, for football existed and was popular way before Messi and Cristiano. Football hasn't become more popular because of Messi and Cristiano. It has always been huge before these dudes. Before Michael Jordan, basketball only existed in America, and that was it. When he came and did what he did, he single handedly made basketball a global sport. you know, so Jordan is different. Jordan is different, bro. Jordan is different. Uh, yeah, his situation was handled poorly. Um, do you think Chelsea will be a force next season, or will it take time for them to work effectively? You see, the hope, yeah, the hope is they are a force next season. That's the hope. That's the hope that I have, is that these guys are a strong, resounding force next season. But as I say, it could take time. These are new players, and new players need time to get to know each other, have chemistry, and so forth. Training and preseason is nothing like the real game. It's nothing. So when you have a real game, it's different. We need to see how the defense functions. We need to see whether Thiago Silva improves the defense. So if he does, so if Thiago Silva doesn't improve the defense, then Chelsea are screwed, because that is an area, a glaring area that they really sucked at. So I don't know. Difficult. Hence why, get back to me after 5 games. Get back to me after five games, then I'll have a better idea, man. Um, this is false. I don't know where you get it. So no one cares about basketball outside the US. Maybe you're just in the wrong circles, bro. So it is one of the biggest growing sports, man. What are your expectations stats wise for Kutz, the Us, and Griezmann this season? Depends. If Messi stays, I don't really have much hope, because I think if Messi stays, it's gonna be a pretty weird team and the weird vibes. So I have not much hope. Now, if Messi leaves or Messi isn't there, I have pretty positive hopes. Pretty positive hopes. The key thing is if they can keep the Us fit. If you can keep the Us fit, I think that attack of Griezmann, Us, and Coutinho could be very interesting. It could be very interesting indeed, because I think for Holland, I don't think Koeman had an out-and-out striker. I don't think he had an out-and-out striker. So you had Depay coming in there. You had what's it called? Ronaldo. I think they had a striker, but he was not really the main goal threat. Was like guys like Ronaldo, the Depay, and so forth, and Promise. So basically, I told you, I want to see Barcelona without Messi, because I want to see what Ronald Koeman does with Coutinho, Us, and Griezmann without Messi, because the team will just function differently, and it will be the first time we see a totally different Barcelona psychologically, mentally, since flipping 0809. Basically, since Rijkaard, this is the first time we'll just see a totally different Barcelona that are not solely wholly dependent on a player, and are now much more of a team. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I am cautiously optimistic. From your boy, the real deal, man. Years from now, Cristiano will be looked at as a GOAT greater than Messi. Let me tell you this real deal. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. Because if this plays out in a weird way, so if this plays out in sort of like a weird, odd way, then maybe I could see a point. If this plays out in a weird way, in which it's a crazy divorce, and maybe his move to Man City doesn't work out and everything, then maybe you guys say, oh, Cristiano's career was maybe So Let's see how this plays out. Because I am eagerly. I told you guys every single day I'm sleeping on Twitter. Like I'm on backacenter.com and everything. I'm like, bro, what's happening? Like even now, I am obsessed with this flipping story. To see what's going to happen. And guys, I still think Homeboy is going to stay. I still think the Homeboy is going to stay. Messi is a legend. Barca is his home. He's everything. The club had given him a chance to play, and look what's happened since. In the top 5 ever, certainly. Leaving in the club's hardest time, HH. Now, see, now we're getting to the real talk. I didn't think anybody would bring this up. I didn't think we'll get just personal. I'll get to your super chats, man. Relax. I will get to it. I didn't think anybody would bring this up. You're the captain. You're the leader. You know what they always say is, don't judge me during my greatest time. Judge me during my lowest time. Your real friends don't show up when things are going great. Your real friends show up when things are at its worst. This is the first time since 07-08 that Barcelona have finished the season trophyless. Totti struggled. Guys, let me tell you a little story about Francesco Totti. In case you guys don't remember, I don't know how old some of you guys are, but if you guys remember, you'll if you're old enough, you'll know. Between 2000 and 2002, Totti was the best playmaker in the world. He was the best playmaker in the world, hands down. He was the best number 10 in the world, hands down. So every club would have wanted Totti. But Totti was, Roma are my team. They're my hometown team. Come rain, come sunshine, I will be with them. They won a league and so forth. But even when he had a chance to leave, I was like, nope. I ride and die with Roma. Through the ups and downs, I'm rolling with them. And there is no way that I would leave them when they're at their lowest. It looks a bit funny where this is truly the first year that they've finished trophyless in over a decade. And now you leave? Doesn't look good. Doesn't look. At the first sign of adversity, you pack up and leave. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And as you say, you leaving where the club is literally this is the lowest I've ever seen Barcelona. 8-2. That is the lowest I've ever seen Barcelona. I've in all my life, I've never seen Barcelona that embarrassed in the Champions League before. I've never seen them lose 8-2 ever before in my life. Never. They've never conceded 8 goals in my lifetime. Never. So this is unprecedented for Barcelona. And to leave now as the captain, the face, the leader, which is why all roads lead back to Ronald Koeman. If you're Ronald Koeman, you're like, so where's our captain? Okay, he might give it to Piqué or Busquets, but the guy who was the captain, the leader, the face of this club, he's nowhere to be seen. He can't even be reached. Because, see, there are many facets to this whole thing. See, people are focused in on, which is why I'm so happy you brought this up. Because people are so focused in on, hey, man, look, Messi has done so much. He's contributed so much to this club and everything. He deserves to leave. What? What does that mean? The true test of character is where were you during the lowest times? Where were you during the darkest times? Gerrard, for better or for worse, Liverpool went through some tricky times, man. Sometimes when Liverpool were trash, Gerrard still said, I'm never leaving. It's not even a consideration. The real deal. Thank you for the super real deal. Who says compare 05 to 15 Messi. Compare 05 to 2015 Messi to 15 to 25. So far, not good. 05 to 15 Messi or 15 to 25. Well, if we're looking at individually, just as an individual, Messi has still been good. As an individual, in terms of output and effectiveness, he's still been amazing. But what we've seen is this is a team sport, and you need team. Like Messi, we know what he did, and he did amazing things. Xavi and Iniesta were very important. Puyol was very important. David Villa was very important. Neymar was very important. The Cannibal was important. Henry was important. Etso was hugely important. All these dudes were important. Okay, what did this dude just best and say, bro? So just best says thoughts on Martial and Mbappe forming a duo. Just besting. I'm not even going to entertain that crap. Which trash Class A news source did you read where Mbappe is coming anywhere near Old Trafford? So I'm not even going to entertain that nonsense of a Martial Mbappe. Oh, if you mean for France, that'll be interesting. But although Martial would play striker and Mbappe would play out wide though. So if you mean for France, if you meant for United, no. If you mean for France, then they're not going to be a duo. Deschamps never changes his formation, so it's very much going to be Martial as a striker and Mbappe wide. Oh yeah, so I know, and Mbappe wide right. No. Look, I believe there was a time when for a friendly, Martial played for France in a friendly, and he looked good. So which is why I was shocked that they didn't take Martial for France. But look at how good France did, guys. When are the friendlies? Because isn't it so? Are Spain playing Germany or something? I don't know. When are the friendlies? Because I want to try and catch a few of those. And guys, your boy Victor Osimhen is already geeing up for Napoli, man. See now I'm excited to see him. Oh, the friendlies are tomorrow. So who are France playing? Who are the French playing? Yeah, France. Because I think Spain are playing Germany, and your boy Ansu Fati is going to be saying what's up, isn't it? Yeah. So who? You know what? I need to just go to footballfixtures.com, man. That's what I need to do. From your boy Los Cortineros, who says Sevilla looking dangerous. Lopetegui doing his thing. I said again, man. Now I don't know any of. Oh, sorry, it's Nations League. Nations League. All right. I don't know any of the other dudes who have been bought for homeboys. But I do know that the team does look good, and I think them getting what's his dude's name? Them getting homeboy. Why am I blanking? Them getting Rakitic, I think, is a really good signing. So that's a really good signing. And Barcelona, I think you're making a mistake letting him go. Personally speaking, I think you're making a mistake letting him go. Okay, so tomorrow we have Germany, Spain. What other ones do we have? Moldova, Italy, Bosnia, Scotland, Israel, Netherlands, Poland, England, Iceland. Man. Cyprus, Montenegro, Denmark, Belgium, Sweden, France. So yeah, basically, Portugal, Croatia. Oh, no, but that's on Saturday. So really, the big game is Germany, Spain. That's really the big game. So what's that? 8:45, 9:45. Okay. We can do that. We can do that for sure. We can do that for sure. All right. So yeah, I'll bet, man. We will ride with that. See what guys are saying, man. Yes, HH on Havertz watch. Yes, man. I am on that Havertz watch for sure. For sure. So real to say that you said elite mentality at 4-2 Messi walked around. See, real deal. I have always said that Messi's greatest weakness is his mentality. That has always been his greatest weakness. So is what it is. He's not very strong mentally. He's not very strong mentally. So and also that Cristiano has a greater mentality than him, but real deal in terms of ability, I'm taking Messi. In terms of character and mentality, I will take Cristiano for sure, for sure. Someone just say Germany, Spain, what channel? I'm not trying to say what channel are they going to be showing this on though? What's it? 2018, man, screw you pieces of crap. Oh man, so are you saying that I now have to stream this? So that yeah, where can I watch this piece of crap? Wait, I want to just check where I can watch this Germany Spain game. Because I'll probably try and stream it for some of you guys, basically like live watch along, you know. Speaking of which, any members in here, remember Friday after the Q&A, we will do a watch along of the first 3 episodes of the Spurs Mourinho doc, All or Nothing. So remember, guys, if you are a member, we will be doing a watch along of Mourinho's Shada Bing Bada Boom. Wait, so this one doesn't really show the flipping channels that it's going to be showing it on? What the freak? Yeah, where? Okay, so that's with United Kingdom. Where's it going? Where are they showing it? What the? Oh, give me a break. Oh, Sky. Oh Lord. All right. All right. What else you guys saying? What else are you guys saying, man? Yeah. So yeah, I just saw it on Sky. It's on Sky. Well, what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Do you think Man City will provide more longevity for Messi, considering his offensive responsibilities will be less? Yeah, see, for me, Messi is a strange case, man, because I just don't because it is crazy how consistent Homeboy has been. I've never seen a guy this consistent before. So whether it's at Barcelona, but yeah, I think at City it will help because less will be required of him based on the kind of quality that's around him. But Homeboy just refuses to decline. Homeboy refuses to decline, which I just find crazy. You know, so City it will help, but I just think that Messi is a freak of nature because the guy hasn't yet declined, which is mad. My boy Vilton C, Football Hub member, thank you, baby. HH, how highly do you rate UEFA Nations League? Not at all. Not at all. All it is for me is entertainment. That's it. It's just entertainment. But in terms of a quality product and of its matter, okay, first of all, Nations League, this isn't the Euros. This isn't the World Cup. So it's basically it's a friendly tournament. It's a friendly tournament. It is what it is. It's a friendly tournament, nothing more. Oh wow, okay, this one. Was Pop Smoke going to be the 50 Cent of our generation? No. No, he wouldn't be. 50 Cent was, I don't think people realize how big that album was. I don't think people realize just the kind of impact 50 Cent had, you know? Okay, so 2003, no social media, no Twitter, no Instagram, and everything was a totally different world. And I think the kind of hype that 50 Cent generated, the anticipation for the album, the quality of the album, the impact of the album, the way that album just completely took over the whole of 2003, I don't think Pop Smoke would have even been close to the whole thing. Can't look, Chelsea. If you dare sell Kante, I'll screw you in the face, guys. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, and I'll be out of here. 5 minutes, and I'll be out of here, baby. 5 minutes, and I'm out of here. Real deal. Better mentality, goals, moments, sealed. How is Messi better? Real deal. In terms of creativity, passing, dribbling, assists, balance. That is where Messi is better at than Cristiano. And I think in today's world, Messi most of the times creates his own goal off his own back. Like look at that goal that he scored against Napoli. That's an impossible kind of goal. So of course Cristiano is better at heading. He's a more lethal finisher. He's faster. He's got a better mentality and so forth. But you can't tell me Cristiano is a better dribbler, a better passer, a better creator, a better playmaker, has a better footballing brain than thingy. Oh yes, Hazam, I know Tonali. Guys, Milan are doing a few things, man. They've signed Baby Pirlo. Baby Pirlo rejected Man United and Barcelona to go to AC Milan. So guys, man, maybe we are seeing a renaissance for AC Milan. You know, maybe we're seeing a renaissance for AC Milan. Hazem, you are actually no, yeah. Hey, Hazem, aren't you banned? I thought you're banned. Oh, Monday, Netherlands v Italy. Ooh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Obviously, I'm in the freaking office on Monday, but I'll be able to watch that in the evening, man. No, as I said again, look, man, I think football needs AC Milan. You know, football needs AC Milan. I think, you know, and Hazem, who has been riding hard and everything, it needs AC Milan, you know, because I told you, like, that's kit, that's badge. You don't understand what that badge means, you know. You don't understand what that red and black meant, seeing Maldini there, Costa Curta, George Weah. It's meant something. You know, it's meant something. And I think that just them, like, when AC Milan left the Champions League lost something. It's lost something, you know, like Man City don't have the kind of history that AC Milan have. They don't have, and I just think the history they have, and I just think the affinity that you have with the San Siro and the CL, I just think it's been huge. I think it's been huge now. But guys, let me remember, guys, September 14th. Mark it in your calendars, 8 p.m. BST, 2000 hours BST. Mark down those dates, man. Mark down those dates. Yes, I've watched. I told you guys, Desmond, if you are a Football Hot member, on Friday after the Q&A, we will be doing a watch along. I've watched it, but I'm going to watch it again. So we'll be doing a watch along of the 3 episodes of All or Nothing. So if you are a Football Hot member, get on the community page. I will post the link, and we will come together and we will watch the All or Nothing together. Real says, you jumped on podcasting years ago. Yep, 2016. Now everyone has a freaking podcast, which pisses me off. Guys, remember, guys, talking tactics. Sign up to my podcast, guys. Check out my podcast with me and Danny T. Talking Tactics. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple. We're on SoundCloud. Anywhere you can get a podcast, we are there. Talking Tactics. Talking Tactics is me and your boy Danny T, man. It drops every Tuesday. What do you think is next? That's a good one, man. I think podcasts are going to be here for a while. But you know what else I think? I think that you're probably going to see a new kind of video technology. And you're going to get, I think you're going to get a new kind of, basically, you're going to have a more interactive version of the podcast. That's what I think you're going to get. You're going to have like a more interactive kind of mode for the podcast. I think that's going to be it's going to be a podcast, but much more interactive, where fans and thingy can interact maybe in a virtual way or sorts of with people. So it's going to be an evolution of the podcast concept, guys. It's been swell. It's been good. And remember, guys, movie night is tonight. So for the guys who subscribe to Half Hope Sport, or if you're about on Twitter, I'm going to make a meal. And tonight we're going to be watching John Wick. We're going to be watching John Wick tonight. A nice little late movie thing. So obviously, if you're in the UK, don't know whether you guys can stay up or so forth. But if you're not, if you're in America or so forth, we're going to be watching John Wick, the first John Wick tonight. And we're going to be lovely enjoying that so much. So guys, I will see you tomorrow for the football dugout from 8 p.m. And oh yes, the football dugout from tomorrow's. Damn, so we're going to watch the flipping game. So see you from the football dugout till tomorrow. And Friday, of course, will be the Q&A. And Saturday will be the hangout. Sunday will be the other hangout as well. Guys, peace out. Stay true, stay real, but most of all, please stay black. Peace, 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 peace. Become a patron member. Gain access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos. And also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy, HH.